Okay, so let's jump into it. Do you need a certification to become a travel agent? Well, the short answer is it depends. Now, let me tell you what I mean by that. Okay, so let's first talk about the reasons to get a certification, okay? So let's talk about some of the benefits of having a certification as a travel agent. So one of the things is it can give you a competitive edge against other travel agents who are not certified. So that means that you can market to your clients as a certified travel agent. So it's going to give them that sense of trust and that they can trust you as in being a professional. So it gives your clientele, it makes them feel more comfortable. It makes them feel like they're working with a professional, that type of thing. So that's one of the pros to it. Another one could be, a lot of times when you take a certification, they might give you certain discounts for different like companies or suppliers or things that you may need in your business. So that could be something. And then another thing is, say you know absolutely nothing about the industry and you are not one of those people who can figure it out on your own, who can do the research and like kind of piece things together. Becoming certified is going to give you a roadmap pretty much. So it's going to allow you to learn in a structured environment so that you're not having to find little pieces here and there throughout the internet or, talking to people, different things like that. So there are benefits to having a certification, okay? Now, I'm not going to tell you which one you should or not do. I'm just giving you insight so that you guys can make the decision for yourself. Now, another thing to think about is that let's talk about some of the pros of not getting certified. One is that obviously you're going to save some money because you don't have to pay for it. It's not going to be free. Okay, so those are some of the pros of obtaining your certification, okay? And I will go ahead and tell you that I don't have a certification to be a travel agent. I did my own research. I just watched a lot of YouTube videos. I did a lot of research. I went in Facebook groups, and then eventually I subscribed or purchased. I don't really want to say I purchased a coach because that sounds weird, but I did, however, pay to be a part of a membership that is coaching structured. So I do have a travel agent coach. So that's kind of what I chose to do as far as to gain my education in the field. So some things to think about is that when you take a certification, of course it's going to take some time. I know there are some that are like a few months or a couple of months, and so you do have to take that into consideration as well. But as I said, it just depends, guys, and it's not, what I will tell you is that it's not required. You don't have to have it, but it's your choice, right? So you need to do the research. You need to decide if you would rather just pay the money, learn up front from someone or from a program. And I've listed some programs before in some other videos, but I'll do the same and leave it again in the description so that you guys can take a look at those trainings and the different certifications that are out there if that's something that you want to do. Now, I'll give you my experience now because I always tell y'all on this channel, I'm just sharing my experience, my thoughts, and my opinions. So, take what you will, leave what you must. And so, in my opinion, I did not even my opinion, but the fact is, I did not attain a travel agent certification. I work under a host agency who I use their credentials in order to run my business as an independent contractor. Now, eventually, and I've said this before, I do want to be a full independent agency and I will get there, but right now I am under my host and I don't need a certification. I did need certain licenses to sell travel to certain states. So it all depends on what states you're going to be selling to. I did have to get like a seller's permit for those places, and it wasn't like any type of continuing education or anything like that I had to do. It was more of pay the fee, get the license. So that's the route that I chose to do. That has been working out for me. Now, I am one of those people who will take the time to research, to study, to learn as much as I can on my own. I like to consume information. I do like to learn. You probably know this if you've seen some of my other videos. This isn't my first business. I even had a soap business. I grew up with eczema. I still do have eczema. It's not as bad as it used to be growing up, but I started my own soap business to where I was making soaps for people with eczema or sensitive skin, and I taught myself all of it. I taught myself how to make the soap, the different ratios. I figured that all out, what I want to put in it, all of that. So I'm saying that to say that I'm one of those people who I will dive in deep to figure something out. So if that's not you, then yes, maybe take a course, maybe take a training so that you can get there a lot quicker and you can make sure that you are prepared and you're not going to make mistakes once you start booking other people's trips, because this is their hard-earned money and they want to have a good vacation without you messing it up. So just a recap, as you can see, it's literally up to you. You don't have to have it, but you can have it. And I'm going to let you guys make that decision, okay? So now that you know the answer to this question, do you need a certification to be a travel agent? The answer is no, you don't need it. But you take into consideration your own standards, your own situation to decide if you should get it. Okay, so now that we've covered that, let's move on to the next video.